Mac, we are in the dead zone, known as the week between Christmas and New Year's, where nothing matters. Nothing's real.
Yeah, we're in Dimension X. We're
Yep.
in the abyss.
Crown.
Nothing that happens here matters.
Yep.
It's not a real place. It's not a real time. It also feels like Christmas was 2 weeks ago now, even though it was like fucking 3 days ago.
If not just this morning.
No, I'm saying it feels later. Long time ago. Long time. Once Christmas is over and you get to the 26th, there's like an exhale, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, glad the holiday's over, enjoyed them. We're on to New Year's, which is a fake holiday too. But we're on to a new set of times here, a new year, a fresh start for everyone.
To be fair, though, I just finished Muppet Christmas Carol last night. It took us 3 nights to get through.
How about that?
My son kept falling asleep. But to be fair, we kept on starting at around 8 o'clock. So that's my fault.
Yes.
I will say this before we get into the question I'm going to ask you. Once again, this is our yearly praise of Sir Michael Caine, where, dear Lord, he is acting off of puppets, and he does not give a shit. He is just, wow, so good.
A tour de force, one might say.
I would if I was George Lucas, I would have shown that to Hayden Christensen and been like, it's possible. It's possible.
Do this.
Yeah. Mac, now Christmas is over. I think we've received all of our gifts. We've given all of our gifts. Anything cool?
Not really. I'd say something that was kind of cool, though, is my mom, 10 years into my Funko Pop addiction, and kind of 4 years past. I'm clean and sober now from Funkos. She did get me a personalized Funko Pop, which is now my third personalized version. You had a pair commissioned of Mac and Goo.
Before Funko did it, yes, I actually paid someone to custom some Funkos for us.
And then I was in a wedding 7 or 8 years ago where the groom's gift to all the whole groomsmen was a personalized Funko of each one.
Yeah.
Not unlike what you did for the Mac and Goo one. Now that Funko actually does it, it's a little more official. A little bit higher quality, I'd say. She absolutely nailed it. Mustache, bald head, vest, and a long sleeve. It really
basic bitch outfit.
She really
like you're going to get some pumpy coffee.
The Funko. If you want to see it, I did tweet it out, so it's on my Twitter page. Goo.
Yes.
If anyone's watching on the YouTube right now, you'll see that Goo. It looks like a NASCAR driver. Goo, what did you get for Christmas?
This is the only gift that I received on Christmas, and I will say it is perfect. My in-laws know me better than anybody. They always seem to know just what to get me that I'm going to wear throughout the year. This is a Dr. Pepper. I wouldn't call it a windbreaker. It's a bit thicker
it's like
than
a starter jacket.
It's very close to a starter jacket. I wouldn't wear this in the coldest of winter days, but on a nice, 40-degree brisk weather day like today, you go outside and you support your favorite soda brand.
That, after all, we do know you as the DP King.
Well, I'm the DDP King. DDP. They know this. Their house is stocked with DDP.
Sure.
Now, I think I am gonna buy a hat to go with it that does say Diet Dr. Pepper. Just to let everyone know that that's where I do push to. But
now you're contrasting, styles and flavors there.
It's the same color scheme. It's just flipped.
You're right. So I think you go white hat though.
Yeah, white hat.
The what would you call that? Like a burgundy? What color is Dr. Pepper's?
I would say burgundy.
Color. Yeah.
Right. I did have fun on Christmas Day. I pointed out my sleeve. I'm like, you know what this 23 stands for? And everyone's like, I don't know, like flavors.
Yeah, not Michael Jordan.
No.
He did not start Dr. Pepper instead.
If anything, I think Jordan said this during all of his press conferences. He opened and closed with it, and he said 23, Dr. Pepper.
Well, they used to be 22 flavors, but the owner of Dr. Pepper loved Michael Jordan so much, they added a 23rd flavor.
Can you tell me what year it was? Because it says here on my jacket, established in 1885.
Yes, yeah, originally by the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and originally it was medicine, right?
Sure.
And now it's just my medicine.
It was just Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola cocaine back in the day,
Delicious, delicious Dr. Pepper.
And Robitussin.
Yes, and then on the gift-giving side of it, oh my goodness. Christmas morning is the best. My son, just great reactions to all of his gifts.
Love that.
He gave a great, let's go, to a gift I didn't even think he'd like, but he did.
Cool. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Now, not quite the same, and I only got to watch them open a few per, but my niece and nephews, 8, 6, and 4, in the same age range as Rafi, especially the older two. My 6-year-old nephew, it was like he didn't even register any of the gifts. He just was like foaming at the mouth to open.
Just
gifts.
to open. Yeah.
That's all he wanted to do. The excitement, the mystery behind what it might be, he just wanted to explore that. And as soon as that one's open, on to the next one.
Yeah, so my son, he basically got 3 Christmas mornings. We got to try and figure out a way to spread these out. Because he got my house, and then he's the only grandchild on my side. He's the only grandchild on my wife's side. So he gets just given so many gifts. He opens
Spoiled.
it. He's like, cool, let's move on. I want to open this next one.
Yeah.
So, like, it was actually really funny. His best reaction was, so like I said, in another one, I started buying him Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
And we got him the book to put the cards in. And then also I got him the hard pieces of plastic if he gets a good card. And he opened that, and he's like, this gift stinks. And I'm like, I should have given that to you.
These.
Yeah, I'm like, I should have given that to you on the side. It's like, hey, this is what you do.
Right.
It didn't need to be a gift. You also don't need to react like that.
You also, like, I'm sure you're ordering the gifts under the tree
Yeah.
so that they're opened in a certain order. But me, at least as a gift picker, when I went to go open them as a kid, I don't have any rhyme or reason. I'm picking from here. I'm picking from there.
No, but you always
know?
want to do like, and it's when we were kids, like you would get an N64 game and you're like, wait a second.
Well,
I don't have an N64.
What, am I gonna
And
play
then
this
you're
at
like,
my friend's house?
go and check the living room, stupid.
Now that you bring that up, as a 36-year-old adult, my mom still places gifts under the tree for me and my 2 siblings on that side. So she watched us open gifts Christmas morning, as she's been doing for 36 years now. And she got all 3 of us her like fun, not even gag gifts. She thought it would be cute. She like paid someone on Etsy to make caricatures.
I was actually paid Etsy witches.
Me, my sister, and my brother, but 3 separate photos. So mine was me and my girlfriend, and Goo. So I'm also in my brother's one from a photo we took at a concert. In one of them, I look like Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
The other one, I look like I own a restaurant in the North End. I don't have a very flattering face for caricatures, I'll say that. But she was like, they're terrible in the way that caricatures should be. And she thought they would be super cute. So when she got them, she said that she like considered not giving them to us because they were so bad. But then she laughed for like 40 minutes straight at them. She's like, I got to give them to him.
It was 3 separate photos, but for some reason we were all rollerblading. Oh, my wife's gift. I got her a closet to put all of her stuff. And she, like when I gave it to her, she was like, oh my goodness, thank you. But I don't think she fully understood what it was.
Yeah.
And it took me, like I built it, took me a long time. I hope it doesn't fall apart.
I got her a closet.
I did. I bought her, well, you know, she can put all of her stuff. She's very, very nice stuff. And we have gross closets at my house.
To be fair, like you had a closet. This
to be fair, we have
is like
closets.
An insert into the closet.
You could insert it. We just have it as like its own standstill because we're gonna put.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's a freestanding closet. We're gonna have. I'll eventually get her some like side pieces that go on there too.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it to her, and she's like, you know, oh my goodness, thank you. We don't usually do gifts, which is not. We always do gifts. And so she's like, oh, thank you. And then I built it for her, and she's like, oh shit, this is actually really, really nice. I'm like, yeah, dog, I made that for you.
Your home, the house that you live in, is an older one, and I think it's much like mine. I don't know when this structure was built, but my closet in my bedroom is like this deep.
You can
like barely fit anything.
It's also a little musky.
Sure. Yeah. As old homes are. My girlfriend and I, our first Christmas together, she had the idea to not do gifts. We're going to go in on a little weekend getaway sort of thing. So we did that, split that. I, of course, it's the first Christmas together. I'm obviously going to get her something. So she was a little annoyed that I actually did get her a gift on top.
I was going to say, like, she thought it'd be really funny to go to Etsy and get these caricatures.
So now I just have caricatures of me plastered all over the home.
One goo, 3, yeah. Goo. Jaws 3. Goo. King of Queens. Goo.
Mac.
And we're back for more of.
Goose new thing is outfit changes now. That's all.
It's constant. Like, we need little breaks between our little segments.
Right.
So that I'm able to switch what I'm wearing and really get into whatever character I'm in. Right now, I'm Will.
Speaking of Will, I almost made a closet joke when you were talking about your wife's gift. Goo, today we are discussing Stranger Things 5, Season 5, Volume 2, the middle part of a 3-volume release for Season 5. And I'll tell you this, Goo, it felt like a middle part of a 3-part release.
That's exactly what it was.
It felt like there was a can on the road. And if they really wanted to kick it to the end of the road, they could have kicked it really hard. Instead, they're just slowly dribbling the can down the road here.
Can I take my wig off now?
You can. You may.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take the wig off. I think we're done with the wig until next week when we do the finale. But I will say that it seems like they decided that these 3 episodes, we are going to resolve all conflict between characters.
A little bit of that. It was more, I took it more as we really need to explain the bad guys' motivations and everything about the Upside Down and all this shit because we're so fucking confused.
Yes, but to be fair, as we keep going, I keep saying to myself, all right.
So I didn't have that feeling with Volume 1, in part because Volume 1 ends spectacularly on a big high note, a high.
You love big finishes.
And
I don't want to say what you're into, but it's only finishes.
This volume, again, the middle part of a 3-part release, had no high, really. It just exists. Now, the internet is the king of overreacting, right? So what I think I watched, I wouldn't consider bad. Was it good? I'm not sure, but I don't think it was bad. It's mostly necessary. However, Goo, we got 3 hours, basically 3.5 hours of content in this middle part. I would say you could have accomplished what they did in 3.5 in about 1.5 hours.
I would also argue that I think what is missing from this show at this point, and obviously they're going for their grand finale. I get it. There's only 2 more hours left, and they've built this up. But I feel like what it's missing, and it's really in the first 2 seasons, and maybe they can't get this back anyways, but there was a certain fun factor to what they had with the childlike wonderment of trying to, like, tiptoe their way through something that wasn't super complicated. Now they're at a point where everything is so complicated, where it's almost all explaining stuff, and there's no fun factor in it for me. Or they're trying to resolve all the conflicts that they've built over the last couple seasons, or at the start of this season, or the kids all are no longer kids.
Here's what I'm thinking about as you're talking about that. Which your criticism is fair. However, what you're saying you love about this show, you flip it and reverse it when it comes to Star Wars, and you hate that about Star Wars.
Do I?
You hate the kid stuff. You hate the fun, gimmicky stuff. That's
because
this show, what you loved about this show.
This show was built on the back of kids and trying to use 80s pop culture stuff to explain what is happening. Now it's just everyone has drama, and everyone is, and I get it. You've been through some shit. I get it, but there's a twinkle missing. Also,
season 4 had a little bit more fun to it, but season 4 was largely dramatic. And,
I know,
and trending this way, anyways.
But and we talked about this after season 1 was as successful as it was. They should have locked these children away for 3 years and made 3 more seasons and said, "Okay, we're good."
Some of it is that, where these kids are supposed to be, 14, 15, they look 20, 21, 22, 25.
Just age the characters with the kids.
Yeah, you could do that. Apparently there was a 2-year gap in between season 4 and 5. Stranger Things, season 5, volume 2, released on Christmas. I didn't get a chance to watch it until a day or two ago. Volume 1 released on the day before Thanksgiving, I believe. That was episodes 1 through 4. This was episodes 5, 6, and 7. We are getting the finale on New Year's Eve at 5 p.m., which you can also watch on the big screen if you would like. And once again, Goo, this series debuted way back on July 15th, 2016, 9.5 years ago. The 4th season dropped in May of 2022. So, again, a lot of time has passed. A lot of things have changed, most notably the look of the actors.
And the look of our faces. Look at how we used to, and granted, there is no video of the old podcast, but, like, we used to look a lot younger, too. And now we're old oven mitts.
I'd argue I probably look better than I did 10 years ago. But
hop on the message board, comment down below who aged better, Mac or Goo.
Most notably, Goo, not even the kids for me, but this volume for me really underscored how much Maya Hawke looks way older than when she was introduced in season 3. In season 3, she kind of has this bubbly teenage look to her. Now she looks like she's 40 years old and she's been through.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of the show, Wesley Burho, and he was pointing out to me how, like, Steve and Nancy look younger than the main 4 kids now. You're not wrong.
Jonathan still looks like shit, but that's...
Right, but we talk about
shit.
this. Like, I look like shit in high school. But, like, then when people saw me 7, 8 years later, like, oh, you look okay. I'm like, well, compared to high school.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Goose, Stranger Things, Season 5, Volume 2, is a TVMA drama, horror, mystery thriller, and sci-fi. You also have subgenres here, Goo. Coming of age, dark fantasy, fantasy epic, monster horror, psychological drama, sci-fi epic, supernatural fantasy, supernatural horror, teen horror. And what I think this volume specifically really harps on is this psychological aspect of all of the characters. They're wanting to be loved, dealing with rejection, dealing with psychological trauma and PTSD. That's really what we spent our time with.
Do you think the way to defeat Vecna is going to be love?
They're playing with this love themes, and they're pairing off these characters, Dustin and Steve, Nancy and Jonathan, Mike and 11, and then 11,
or even 11 and 8.
Will and Mike, 11 and 8. Yeah, it's so if they go that route, who is Henry's bugaboo?
Well, I can tell you this, is that Care Bears came out in the 80s. And that was all about caring, sharing, and fuzzy little bears that had symbols on their tummies. Do you think that plays into this?
I think there is a chance, and I'm not saying it's a good chance, but I do think there's a chance in the stupid fucking play that they put out that is canon, Shadows of whatever, the first Shadow, Stranger Things' first Shadow. There's a love interest in there for Henry.
Oh.
And I'm curious if that plays a part in the finale here. And if it does, I'm not going to like it.
Should we just go full spoiler here?
No. There's a couple more points we got to get to.
One more non-spoiler. When did Vecna become Groot?
I don't know, but I like that. That's a bonus. That's a plus.
But he's just doing Groot stuff now.
His powers are growing. His powers are growing. This runtime of 3 episodes was 209 minutes, 3 hours and 29 minutes, 68, 75, and 66 minutes. We're up to, Goo, on the season through 7 episodes, 8 hours and 12 minutes of content with 121 minutes left, 2 hours and 1 minute. The season in total is going to be over 10 hours. On Roddy T's, Goo, when we reviewed Volume 1, it had 83% from the audience score, Season 5. Now that Volume 2 has finished, Season 5 is at 56%. So it is free-falling. The audience is saying, we don't like this.
Is it that, or is it people that don't like that it's confirmed that one of the characters, and that's one of the main storylines?
Yeah, so Will coming out as gay, which is not a spoiler because the audience knew that. The characters in the show didn't know that, but the audience has known that.
I feel like the audience figured it out first, and the writers are like, oh, we could put this in the show.
The audience was on this since season 2.
Yeah.
And so the culmination, this big moment at the end of this volume is Will's coming out, his speech, his talk. And that's huge for the characters. However, Goo, as an audience, we've been hyper aware of this for at least 3 or 4 seasons. So it just falls so flat an audience.
I feel that this is slightly spoilery, but whatever. We're already talking about it. We're going to sprinkle this in. We don't mean to do it, but if you're watching
Yeah, if you're listening to us right now, you watched both volumes, right?
I thought that the coming out, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but like I felt like it should have been way more intimate than him talking to like 25 people. I thought it should have been mother, brother, core group of friends that he cared the most about. Maybe Robin is there as like support, but for some reason, because he's telling like the community that they have built on this show, that first off, the government should be easily tracking them now because there's so many of them. But I was like, he's like, this feels like it's too many people, and he truly only has connections with like 6 or 7 of them. That should have been the group that he was talking to. And I feel like that, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of lost on me because he was talking to so many people. Because the stuff with Jonathan in that scene, I thought was compelling, and I thought that was a really nice moment. But I was just like, there was too many people there.
I can't believe you, as a straight, white, cis male, would dictate how a gay man should be coming out.
I'm not trying to. I just like the scene. Well, I'm trying.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I know, but like
I
thought
think
that it was
the Duffers really thought that this was going to land with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
However, just because they never confirmed it on screen yet until this moment didn't mean we all didn't already know. So what's supposed to be this big emotional moment to gas up the gang to get ready for the finale just falls flat. It simply falls flat.
And obviously, it's not a joking moment, but where's the snarky comment from Erica? Like wouldn't she at least have leaned over to Murray and been like, yeah, we knew. Something like that.
You know, if you're talking time and place, it's the middle of the 80s. People weren't as receptive. Maybe Hopper would have said something, you know? Just, I don't know. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to that because there's connections to it that I think they're really, like, characters aren't doing what they maybe should be doing. So, again, this was created by Matt and Ross Duffer, who've been doing a massive press tour now leading up to the finale. Initially, it was like all the actors and actresses.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's been the Duffers. To refresh the memory of folks, Volume 1 opens in November of 87. You know, we got Vecna with the Upside Down. Now it's becoming one with Hawkins, essentially. The military's involved. And what's her face? Linda Hamilton is here doing the worst possible she could. Holly Wheeler is heavily involved now. And so Volume 1 focuses on this fractured group trying to reunite or unite in the first place and defeat Vecna, essentially. While that's going on, Vecna is kidnapping children. Will has this great moment at the end of Volume 1 where he really taps in to everything he was capable of doing, in part because Robin sort of like gave him motivation. That's fine. The last 20 minutes, though, was a great scene. I really enjoyed it. And so you come off the high of Vecna grooting through someone's face and Will killing some Demogorgons into this little bit of a middle part where, like, all right, now we have to resolve, to your point, a lot of this strife and turmoil between character groups and character couples that have been kind of drifting apart since, you know, the end of season 3. And so mostly what Volume 2 is that, and through the lens of these fractured relationships, we learn about what the Upside Down really is. We learn about Vecna's true motivations. So it's like necessary from a storytelling standpoint. It's necessary, but because they chose to do this release schedule the way they did, you know, a month in between Volume 1 and 2, and give us this lull leading into a lull in the story. It's just so disappointing. It's so disappointing. And I'm not saying this is Game of Thrones level, but some people are. Some people are saying they're Thronesing it. And it's hard to argue against that they're not, you know, they're not crash landing the plane here.
What I liked about the first couple seasons is that, like, while this spooky stuff is going on, they're still going about their childhood lives. And, like, it's still at the top of mind, but they're still trying to navigate the school day or something like that. Like, there's still something about it where it isn't hyper-focused.
But we can't get back to that once Hawkins is fractured, you know?
I know you can't.
Once again, this show stars Winona Ryder as Joyce Byers, David Harbour as Jim Hopper, Finn Wolfhard as Mike Wheeler, Millie Bobby Brown as 11, Gaten Matarazzo as Dustin Sinclair, Caleb McLaughlin, Dustin Henderson, Natalia Dyer as Nancy Wheeler, Charlie Heaton, Jonathan Byers, Joe Keery as Steve Harrington, Noah Schnapp as Will Byers, Cara Bruno as Karen Wheeler, Sadie Sink as Max Mayfield, Priya Ferguson as Erica Sinclair, Joe Crest as Ted Wheeler, Maya Hawk as Robin Buckley, Brett Gelman as Murray Bauman, who is doing a lot when he's on screen. He is doing a lot.
Well, I'm going to say they're all doing a lot. And what they're doing a lot of is finishing each other's
sandwiches.
It's as if they have so many characters and not enough lines to go around that they're just sharing lines. And they're just like, someone starts a sentence, someone finishes it. Someone then starts another one, someone finishes that. Like, people... The conversations on this show are so weird, and they all know exactly when to stop in the middle of their sentence for someone else to then pick it up.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. What I will underscore in this set of episodes, I felt like Jamie Campbell Bower as Henry Creel specifically was very good, and we're really he's doing a good job. We get back to Randy Havens as Mr. Clark in this edition of episodes, and of course now. One of the big moments at the end of Volume 1 was that Linnea Berthelsen, who plays Callie, a.k.a. 8, is back in the fold.
I'm not saying anyone is doing a bad job. This is all me issues.
Sure.
It's all me. Nothing to do with anyone else. It's all goo.
And once again, newcomers for this season, Nell Fisher's Holly Wheeler, who admittedly has been pretty good. She's been pretty good.
Also, I saw that she has had the most runtime on the show.
That makes sense.
I think introducing a backdoor pilot.
I don't think that's. I think they're going to go back to like the 50s. Is going.
You think they're going back to the 50s? I think they're going to jump to the 90s with Holly and with Derek.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
Well, how much money you want to slap on that?
The aforementioned Linda Hamilton as Dr. K. She lost her ability to act. I guess she's fucking terrible.
You know what I always say? Every kiss begins with K.
Her character's bad. The acting's bad. Alex Burrow is Lieutenant Robert Akers. He's like first in command under Dr. K. And then Jake Conley as Derek Turnbow is still great. So to their credit, the two new introductions, the newcomers who have had the most screen time, Holly and Derek, they've been great. So I do like that.
Suck a fat one.
And Goo, once again, we'd be remiss if we didn't pour one out.
So you keep mentioning these people, and because you keep doing this, and I think we might get it, and I'm not happy about it, are we going to go back in time, and are all of these people going to be around at the end of the show? Because it turns out what we did, and this is an 80s
game it?
It's an 80s staple to turn back time, like Cher.
If I could turn back time.
And we end up with all of our fallen heroes being alive.
Yep, those fallen heroes. Dr. Montgomery is Billy Hargrove. Matthew Modine, well, he's a bad guy, as Dr. Martin Brenner. What if all the bad guys come back? Paul Reiser is Dr. Sam Owens. Sean Astin is Bob Newby. And Joseph Quinn is Eddie Munson.
You keep forgetting to say Barb. And it would be funny if everyone
Barb was barely in the show.
It would be funny if everyone came back to life except for Barb. And someone's like, oh, what about Barb? And then Nancy goes, she never mattered.
Once again, if you are confused as to why there's some missing plot points or you're missing some stuff, there is a stage play called Stranger Things: The First Shadow that is canon to this show, and it predominantly acts as Vecna's origin story. New Rockstars does now have a breakdown on their YouTube channel, 23-minute breakdown, recapping and summarizing everything you need to know from that. So if you want that, go there. Let's get to the spoilers. Spoilers. So, Goo, we talked about Will coming out as gay is this big moment at the end of this volume, towards the end of this volume. And apparently, the way they're phrasing it and setting it up, the way Will's been held back in ergo, the whole crew has been held back because Vecna was threatening that he would tell everyone that Will's
reveal
gay.
Will's secret and Will's fear of everyone finding out and then him being abandoned.
Vecna was preying on Will not coming out, essentially.
Right. Which in the 80s, it was a different time, and there was a different stigma to, how, people would react to that news. So that does play into it. And we also talk about in this how love could be a winning factor against Vecna. And we talk about people coupling up when it comes to love. It could also have to do with Will's new self-love and understanding that people have accepted him for who he is, and now he's able to love himself after years of hating himself.
And so maybe what you're saying is happening to Will there, that's what undoes Vecna. Henry comes through and Henry learns to love himself after everything bad he's done. Maybe. I don't know. I for them to spend all that time on Will and Will's self-awakening, I wouldn't rule out that that's what happens with Henry and Vecna.
Also, you have pointed out, and this is an internet theory, of 11 plus 8 plus 1. I think that is what it is, and Will is number 1. He was Vecna's first, so he is number 1. And then you have 11, 8. They're going to come together. I'm not sure if 11 follows through on the sacrifice, though.
Yep, so that's another thing at hand here.
Do you think we're going to get Dark Knight Rises where she pretends to sacrifice herself and then Michael Caine is having a cappuccino when he sees her in the corner with Finn Wolfhard and they cheer?
So Callie is telling 11 the only way they can really end this thing
So Callie.
not only to defeat Vecna and destroy the Upside Down, they have to destroy themselves
They have to kill
of their
the loop.
connection to Vecna and Vecna's blood. So that's a thing that was introduced in Chapter 7 as well. Let me run through the episodes real quick here. Chapter 5, Shock Jock. The kids are in Camazotz. This is Vecna's mindscape, which is getting a little confusing as to how it relates to everything. But essentially it's Vecna's mind, or Vecna pulling them into his mind, or he's in their mind. I don't really know how that works. But in this episode, we get Henry explaining to the kids essentially what his plan is. And that plan is to bring that Dimension X, the Abyss, as Dustin calls it,
I just want to see Krang.
Mash it up with Earth.
I just want to see Krang. I want to see the Technodrome.
We also get the reveal here that Callie's blood has been getting drawn by Dr. K, and it's getting infused into pregnant woman because Dr. K is trying to essentially recreate what Dr. Brenner was
She's
doing.
trying to create super soldiers to send to the Soviet Union.
And what we do get in this episode as well is Will sort of utilizing his sorcerer abilities to invade Vecna's mind and body, and he essentially saves Holly and Max. That was kind of cool. It was good enough. I'm like, all right, he can tap into it. Vecna can push him out. I can deal with that. Episode 6, Escape from Camazotz. Dustin discovers Brenner's notes in the Upside Down's laboratory, and this reveals that the Upside Down is actually this sort of bridge/wormhole between the real world and this alternate dimension, the Abyss that Dustin's calling it. You get this Jonathan and Nancy really, honestly, boring stuff. It's just, they spend too much time on it. I get, the characters are where they at, but we don't really care as an audience. At least I don't. You get Erica and Murray bringing Mr. Clark back into the fold to help find Dustin and to improve the team overall. Lucas, Robin, and Miss Wheeler especially save Max in the hospital. They're obviously paying homage there to Jurassic Park and,
Jurassic
stuff like
Park
that.
is in the 90s, though. Also, like, with the bomb in the how?
I'm not going to say that what she did would never happen, but what she did would never happen unless they were, maybe stuff was built differently in the 80s.
It gets back to the same question we've had for years, really 10 years now. What kills these things?
Good point.
They were getting dead shot in the face. Like, they were, blasted in the face. No effect.
Broken wine bottles to the mouth. That's it. That's their weakness.
And then dryers with hydrogen.
Oxygen.
Was it oxygen?
Yes.
Well, hydrogen also blows up.
Hydrogen is very
I think we've learned from the Hindenburg.
The culmination of this episode was Max and Holly escaping the mindscape, the Camazotz.
I will say that
and Max gets back
laughing.
into her body.
I was laughing when Max is like, so I'm going to go this way. I think you can find your own way out.
Well, and then she spends 7 minutes talking to her.
I know.
I'm like, you got to go. Get out. Your window's closing.
Yeah, you got to go. I also, in her speech, the way she was like, Kate Bush isn't going to save you. I'm like, that's a really funny screenshot if you have the caption on there. Just Kate Bush isn't going to save you.
She's like, I don't have a Kate Bush.
I know.
Holly escapes and then ends up falling through, I guess, the wormhole or into the wormhole that is the Upside Down, and then she gets zapped right back up by Vecna.
Yeah.
But briefly, her and Nancy see each other, so gives a glimmer of hope there. Chapter 7, The Bridge. Holly reawakens in the abyss where they get the mouth sucker things on. Oh no, this is how episode 7 opens. She drops into the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And then this was like episode 7. 5 and 6 I was okay with. 7, everyone is just like, we're all together. Let's go do this. They all go into the upside down. They all come out of the Upside Down. Dustin reveals the plan to Vecna. They're all sitting down having a grand old time. Or it reveals Vecna's plan to all of them.
Yeah.
And then the kids just beat the shit out of Holly, which I couldn't help but laugh at. They just completely fuck her up. And then it culminates in Callie telling 11 that they have to sacrifice themselves. And then Will comes out as gay. And it is an emotional moment for some of the characters.
I really liked the Jonathan response.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought there was too many.
As an audience, it just doesn't land. For most, I would imagine. And then we close the episode with the whole gang going back into the Upside Down, and Henry sitting in Camazotz in that mindscape with the 12 kids in this sort of Last Supper imagery, and they do that. So we leave off with them ready to confront Vecna. And I understand why this group of episodes did what it did. But once again, in 3.5 hours, we could have accomplished this in an hour and a half. It just dragged. It dragged, Gil.
My brother sent me, and it was it's AI slop. So Brendan, don't send me any more of this. But it's the line of Will going, "I don't like girls," and then he looks at the camera and he goes, "I like turtles," and then it goes to Michelangelo going, "Cowabunga."
All right, so the major takeaways.
Let's move on from that.
I got nothing more. The major takeaways, the information we learned from Brenner's notes is that the Upside Down is this wormhole.
Okay, so
that acts as a bridge to the abyss.
I'm not going to say I'm a smart man. Much like Forrest Gump, I am not a smart man. But if I were to find a giant book that maybe one of the smartest people in the world had ever created, I open it, and I'm not going to be like, I have the key to winning. I'm going to be like, I don't understand anything in this book.
I'm so fucking confused.
I'm so fucking confused. What are these lines?
I will say, crisply drawn lines by Dr. Brennan.
He has great penmanship.
Great penmanship.
His drawings.
He can draw a circle, man. He can
draw a circle, but and I get it. Dustin's a smart kid, but he's still a high school student. I don't believe he can just pick it up and be like, guys, I have the answer.
I don't think Dustin's in AP physics, and all the stuff in here is breaking the laws of physics, so it doesn't help you to be good at
I would
science.
pick this up and be like, let's try and find something else. This isn't going to help us.
This abyss that we've been operating in this season, apparently, they spend a little bit of time within that stage play. It was discovered by Henry.
Or at least pick up the book if you're Dustin and be like, I can pick up on some of this. I'm going to give it to my teacher that seems overqualified to be a science teacher at the high school. Maybe he can decipher some of this.
Sure.
But, for him to pick it up and be like, fuck, this is how we wrap the show.
This abyss that Henry kind of discovered the Mind Flayer. So there's unresolved stuff there between Henry, the Mind Flayer, and the abyss. We see a little bit, the first half of a memory from Henry, where he has this briefcase that he opens, and presumably this is what sucks him in to the abyss or connects him to the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its? We discover that Dr. Brenner essentially used 11 just to find Henry, and Brenner was, of course, experimenting on kids to replicate Henry / find that dimension. And then Vecna has been hiding in this abyss dimension. He has not been in the Upside Down, but he's still able to manipulate stuff in the Upside Down. I'm not really sure. And Vecna's plan essentially is to bring the abyss through this wormhole / bridge and merge it with the real world.
Right, but if you have a radio tower, you can use it like a beanstalk.
I just don't really know what the end game is for Vecna's plan. And so I'm still curious as to maybe it's the Mind Flayer's plan. Because what does Vecna gain out of merging the worlds? He's just going to be a ruler? I don't really understand it. And not for nothing, like, if 11 is the closest thing to Vecna, and you have this whole team of powered individuals, eventually they're going to defeat Vecna, whether this plan happens or not. So I don't get the end game
maybe.
for him.
And also, if you're Linda Hamilton, aren't you like welcoming this so that you can get Vecna closer to you, so you can create real super soldiers?
I don't know. Dr. K's character has been completely
Every
useless.
kiss begins with
she's
K.
terrible. Goo, my biggest gripe here, of course.
Oh, fuck!
Max,
Is she a Men in Black?
We get Max's back. We also learn that Will, it's revealed to Will that it was his mind essentially creating the wormholes underneath Hawkins. What really gets me,
Well,
Goo,
the tunnels, not the wormholes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but they were like holes kind of created by worms. That's why I said that. Sorry. You're right.
That's
the
okay.
tunnels under Vecna. I don't want to confuse folks. Goo, fucking no one has died. No one has died. I figured Max may come back, but how has no one died?
Like Vecna needs
How
to
has
say
no one died?
Vecna needs to say in the finale, I needed all of you to be alive. Or something like that to really make a point of, you should all be dead.
It's frustrating. Even tertiary characters we aren't losing of the gang. Like
now do
so
you
we
think...
got 2 hours left. Presumably there'll be a couple deaths, but now it's like now it's too happy-go-lucky for me. And to your point,
but
I
it's
understand.
not happy enough for me.
Yeah, right. They found the medium, the not happy medium, the sad medium. But it feels like they want their cake and eat it too. Because yes, the origin is a group of kids playing D&D, and maybe that's what they're trying to get back to. But what the show has become in seasons 3, 4, and 5 is something completely different from that.
We think
why is no one dying?
Do we think this is one long campaign that is going to end with the 4 boys at the table, and this was all their imagination?
That is also possible. That is also possible.
How would you feel about that?
So once again, I'll give him credit because I don't know how the fuck it's going to end, and I spend every waking moment watching whatever I'm watching to figure out how it's going to end, and I still don't know. So they are keeping me confused, and this is mysterious, but the problem is there's still too much at play. They haven't eliminated timelines. They haven't eliminated characters. And now it just feels like, all right, even if there's a really good ending, we're going to be a little disappointed because the middle part was disappointing.
Okay, so I just confirmed Bob Newhart is dead. But I was thinking like maybe they could end the show the way that Newhart's second show ended, where he wakes up with the wife from the first show and he's like, I just had this crazy dream. And his second show was all a dream from the first character that he was from the first show.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe Bob Newhart could have woken up and been like, it was all a dream.
I was going to say, who's the character in here?
It was Bob Newhart is what I was thinking.
Or two connections here. This can either...
Do you think I actually stumbled onto something?
This could be in the Beetlejuice universe, and Winona's character crosses over, or it's in the Hellboy universe. And David Harbour's character
hold up.
over.
We are in 1988 on the show. 87. Beetlejuice has not come out yet.
Doesn't mean the universe doesn't exist.
It does, actually. It means the movie has not come out, therefore we cannot tie
Beetlejuice
it
existed before the movie existed.
Beetlejuice existed back in the 1600s.
There you go. Just proved my point.
I'm lacking on my Beetlejuice backstory right now.
Goo, what do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?
How
do you want this to finish?
I want to not fall asleep during the finale. That is my goal.
I understand that. Story-wise, what do you want to happen?
I'm going to tip my hand right now. When we do our Cinemac and Goofy Awards, I am going to include this show in it because it's going to win the Sleepy Joe Award.
Well, it's also been the best television show of the year you've watched because you've watched no other television.
Television is so hard to get into, and I watched Severance Season 2, so eat shit.
Okay, top two.
I also watched...
Dude, tell me what you want to happen.
I watched The Chair Company. We just talked about The Chair Company.
That's different.
It's HBO, you're right.
Tell me what you want to happen.
I guess the sacrifice of 11? No, but
I would want that.
No, I think what's going to
You know,
happen.
Harbor's going to make the sacrifice
Well, I
he's been
was
trying to
gonna
make
say-
for 2 seasons.
Oh, you know what? They can go out together.
3 seasons.
They can go out together. No, I'm being serious. They could.
And live in the abyss and build a world in the abyss.
No, like they're gonna die. What I'm saying.
My answer would be
I wasn't asking.
I don't. I'm at the point where like the characters have become so convoluted that like I don't really know what I want to happen. I don't know what will be satisfying.
Who are you rooting for?
That's a great question. I'm rooting for fun stuff, right? I didn't care about Will. I haven't cared about Will for 4.5 seasons. But then when he becomes a sorcerer at the end of the first third of season 5, I'm like, Will's kind of cool. I like this. I'll root for this. And then it just goes away again.
And then also, all I can think about is
I want cool shit.
When Rockin' Robin isn't on the morning show, what is playing on the airwaves of Squawk? Like, who is
I think
pushing
there's more
buttons?
than one radio DJ.
There's no one at the station at any other time.
Well,
Who
they
is
just
pushing buttons? Who's doing what? How are they selling commercial breaks?
Great point.
Where is the sales staff? Where is the traffic department?
I also love how the science teacher, what the fuck's his name? Let me scroll up here.
Oh, he's
Mr. Clark.
He's stooping the librarian.
I love how all this shit is going down. All the kids in town have been like kidnapped. And Mr. Clark's just hanging out at his house having a grand old time.
Yeah.
You know? Like nothing that's happening to our characters is affecting anyone else in Hawkins. Everyone else is just living their regular lives.
I think it would have, like, you had a second opportunity to kill the mother, and I think maybe you should have done it, where, like, she forced her way out of the hospital to try and save Holly, and she dies. Like, you got to do something.
That would have been better than nothing, because we got nothing. I mean, Holly Wheeler has tried to die twice. Karen Wheeler.
Okay,
Karen Wheeler has tried to kill herself twice.
Heading into the volume 2, I'm sorry, this is volume 2?
Yeah.
Heading into volume 2, you're like, okay, we're going to thin out the herd a little bit. Exiting volume 2, we have more people in the gang.
They've added. Yeah.
The gang is bigger now.
It's so frustrating. I don't know how, as audience members and, as people who kind of love this stuff, how we see it so clearly. Like, get rid of some characters. Up the stakes. When it happens in film and television, we fucking love it. We're sad about it. We're moved by it. But it makes the story better. It makes it more satisfying. And, like, I just don't get it. I don't get why you don't want to pull the trigger. And every plan they come up with, they're just okay with because they haven't lost anyone.
Yeah.
No one's died. The whole military is a bunch of stormtroopers. They can't land a bullet. Vecna hasn't killed anyone out of the group. Like, they could come up with whatever they want to do and be happy-go-lucky with it because nothing has mattered.
When Santa's sleigh, when the back gate was open and they saw Dr. K, Dustin should have gave her the middle finger. Like, add a little fun right there. Or maybe
a double bird.
They should have all done it. That would have been funny if they all went like this. Like, that's what what's his name would have done.
They better land the plane in spectacular fashion, or else people are going to look back upon this season.
That's what Curly Q would have done. That's what Eddie would have done.
I don't think it deserves to be mentioned on this level, but people are going to remember this close to the final season of Game of Thrones. Like, it's just, and especially because season 4 was so good, and now we're just meandering along the way. I don't like it.
What's that meme of the kid pointing to himself? You know, that of like the kid on the bed like this and he's pointing to himself? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I know that one.
But it would have been funny if when Will was like, I had a crush on someone that and like, it would have been funny if Mike was like pointed to himself.
That was a little much too. Will didn't need to talk about his like.
I
understood
look at Straight
why.
Mac trying to tell.
He didn't need to tell everyone about the first person he was in love with. He could just tell people, "Hey, I don't."
Well, he was
like
trying
women.
to tell people about his struggles. I guess that's.
Yeah.
But once again, if it was a smaller group and it was more intimate and you didn't just add the nurse that you have no idea who the H she is or your professor or there's just
Who
too
looks
many
like
people.
Barb, by the way. How come no one's talking about that?
Do you think it is Barb? Did we just stumble upon something?
Could be. She's a double agent for Vecna.
News dump.
Let's get into Mac-Sack.
And Mac-Sack could be anything. It could be a boat. And Mac, this will be our final podcast of the year 2025, our final segment of the year 2025. 2026, I'm going to watch more movies. I'm sorry about this year. I feel like I slacked, but I'll say this. The quality of the show is better, so maybe I should see less movies.
You still got a month before we really got to talk about 2025.
Oh, I do.
A year in review.
I would like to thank anyone that messaged us over the last week being like, hey, Merry Christmas, really appreciate, or I really like the show. Because you telling us that lets us know that people are still listening.
Yes, that helps. Goes a long way. Thank you.
Because otherwise, I'm just like, I'm just talking to Mac, which is fine because I need...
That works.
I need to talk to people outside of my wife and son. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I need to watch this show, honey. It's on the podcast.
So is that your New Year's resolution, is to watch more movies?
That's one of them.
Okay.
My other one, thank you for asking me. My other New Year's resolution is to look less tired.
That's going to be hard to do.
I'm not saying, like, be less tired.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try and look less tired.
Although, you know what? Rafi's old enough now where you don't really have to deal with a kid waking up in the middle of the night. So that's good. Well, he's getting there.
He's getting there.
Yeah.
And also, I'm a fucking ball of stress. So
I'll tell you this, Goo.
Yeah.
To that point, now that I've been a CPAP boy for almost a month, I'm getting better sleep. I'm less tired during the day.
Brag.
That goes a long way. My resolution for 2026 has nothing to do with this program. I have enrolled in a fire science program to finish my education, and I would like to finish it so I can get paid more money.
I was going to say, I also want to make more money. And I'm not saying from this because we're not going to make shit off of this.
Simply too good.
But like, should I start driving Uber or something? I'd have a real issue as like an Uber driver, Uber Eats driver. With the rating system, I can't take bad reviews, so I'd be in constant fucking stress.
What is your Uber rating as a passenger?
I don't have Uber.
That's not true.
I don't have Uber.
What do you mean?
I don't have it.
That's can't be true.
I might have a Lyft that I've used 3 times.
Come on. How the fuck are you living in the city of Boston? You're in the city limits of Boston, Massachusetts, and you don't Uber or Lyft.
I own a car.
Don't we all, Goo?
Brag. And then if we need one, I'll just ask my wife. I'm like, I'll give you the money later.
So what if you and your wife need to go somewhere?
Then she gets her Lyft.
So you're succubus for your wife's Ubers and Lyfts.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't deal with being rated. I don't want to. I'm so fragile.
Is this because you've been blackballed from Uber and Lyft because your rating was so low?
I'm actually lucky that we didn't have more Uber and Lyft available during my drunk days because I probably would be banned from one of them.
It came out like towards the tail end of your of your heyday.
Because I mean, otherwise it'd be like, I'm not taking this guy in my car.
1.2. What the fuck? Although when it's that low, you'd be curious. Like, you know what? I am gonna pick this guy.
Like, I want to see, is he gonna throw up everywhere? Yeah, probably. Is he gonna shit his pants?
Does he have a shopping
Maybe.
carriage with him? Is that coming in the car?
Is he going to set himself on fire? We don't know. Was he just tased? Who knows? We're going to find out, though.
Yeah.
Was that all you got? You want to make more money?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I have 3 things.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know what order to put it in. Look less tired.
Sure.
Watch more movies.
Okay.
Make more money.
I think you start with the tiredness thing. Because if you look less tired, you probably have more energy, and if you have more energy, you can watch more movies.
I'm not saying to...
You can watch more movies and maybe make more money.
I'm not saying to be less tired. I need to look less tired.
So
What do I put on my eyes to get rid of the bags?
That's a question not for me. I'd like to know that as well.
Okay, so someone let us know. What do we put on our eyes to get rid of our bags? Although I was told...
Debag us.
Someone teabag us. I was told by...
Debag us.
Oh, debag us. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I was told by a friend on Christmas that bags under your eyes are huge in China right now. So
As in we could sell ours on the black market, or we would just be more attractive in
would
China?
be like people are trying to have bags under their eyes.
No, thank you.
I mean, can I even Google that?
Maybe you need to wear a warm compress at night or cold compress.
I was
don't know.
debating. I've been seeing that they have these masks.
Sure.
These white masks, like the Phantom of the Opera, but it's full for the face.
Okay.
And like it lasers your face.
Oh,
and
red light.
Red light. There we
My
go.
girlfriend has one.
Really? How does it
Yeah.
work?
It's a red light therapy. They make like tanning beds that are red light therapy too.
Does it get rid of bags?
I don't know what it does.
Is it custom fit
That's
to
above
someone's
my pay
face?
grade. No, it's not.
So you could probably just borrow hers.
Yes.
Have you put it on yet and gone? Hello, Clarice.
Put that on with my CPAP mask over it.
Now is not the
Just
time
getting
for
the
fear.
most therapies possible.
My New Year's resolution is to be sleeping with the most shit on my face as possible.
You know what I've been doing? Here's a resolution for you, Goo, and for the blue collar folks at home. I've been moisturizing more.
Oh.
Daily. Moisturizing my face, my bald ass head, and my knuckles are a little dry right now.
Okay.
My fingies are dry.
And like, I'm not sure with like, do I drink more caffeine? Do I drink less caffeine?
The same. I'd say the
The
same.
same.
Amount.
Stay at the
Don't
same.
drink too much caffeine.
I'm already drinking too much
How
caffeine.
many cups of coffee are you drinking today?
Only one, but it's like 64 ounces. It's a big ass cup of coffee. I also
Give you
take
a jug of
pre-workout,
coffee.
so like it's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. You do both in the morning, pre-workout and coffee?
Well, pre-workout, workout, and then like 3 hours later, coffee.
Oh, okay. There's a gap there. That's good.
Yeah.
So you have like a late morning coffee.
Like 9 o'clock. Yeah.
What time are you getting up?
6.
Okay.
Wake and bake. Am I right? I like to make brownies in the morning.
Goo's doing edibles at 6:05 in the morning.
I need to stop getting high so early.
Maybe that's how you fix it. Have an edible before bed.
Just start getting high all the time. Will we get demonetized on YouTube for saying that?
I don't think so.
And you want to know why? Because we don't make money off of YouTube.
Maybe we'll get a sponsorship out of it.
Oh, that's a good idea. So, someone who wants to sponsor us, comment down below. We need a sales force. We need a traffic department. We need to figure out what Squawk isn't doing. We need to start doing that.
Oh, all right.
We
Goo.
need more wigs. We need more props.
Oh, you know what? You can start your year off with a bang, or end your year with a bang. We're gonna watch Marty Supreme this week.
Oh, I hope so.
See, if you had, actually,
We're
it's
in
it's
the
not on my
dead
black
zone.
box yet. It's not on my black box yet.
I'm going to text you after. Don't bring up the box.
Okay.
But
Would you like
all
me
right.
to get you one?
I'm going to talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. Where can you find us?
You can find us on X and Instagram at Mac and Goo Podcast. Every other platform, Mac & Goo. We're on all the platforms where you can find podcasts, including Spotify, but more importantly, Apple Podcasts. Get on there, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars. If you do that in an alternate timeline, in the upside down version of Mac
Oh, in
and
the
Goo,
wormhole that was.
we'll get you
yeah.
a Mac and Goo t-shirt. For the folks over at Watertown Sportswear, Watertown Sportswear, 34 Mount Auburn Street in Watertown. WatertownSportswear.com, expert screen printing and embroidery.
tpublic.com, merch. Check us out at the end of the week. Hopefully Marty Supreme. Well, no, we'll definitely do that. Maybe we'll do What Have You Been Watching
You
lately?
got to watch Pluribus, too.
That is 10 episodes?
9, I believe.
9. And we also have to watch the end of
Or
Stranger
8.
Things.
It might even be 8. I don't know.
Look, we're going to get a Pluribus episode eventually, and we're going to do Marty Supreme eventually.
We should do Marty Supreme.
Okay,
Let's try our best to do Marty Supreme.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a fucking second. Tuesdays are Goose Days. I abuse kangaroos. Tim Burton.
Please flip the cassette over to side B to continue the adventure.
Now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines.